Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under. Today it is the 25th and we are in August, and that means it's Christmas in August on the 25th. This is the layout I created today, and I'm actually using a embellishment I created for a challenge on Ginger's Corner. So I've got some ephemera here that I've pulled out from all my Christmas stash that I'm just going to include on the layout. And I have gone through, like I said, this embellishment I created. It was for a challenge on Ginger's Corner in July, and I'm using it on this layout because I remembered I had this photo of my daughter meeting Frosty. So it's a perfect embellishment. Cut it out on my Cricut and put it all together, and here we go. So it's now going to get used, and I'm very impressed that I've actually remembered I had that photo. So I've pulled out, like I said, a whole lot of scraps that I'm going to use on this page. Some end on the page, some do not. It just, as it evolves, that's what happens. There's some more fussy cut things that I've pulled apart and cut out to add to this layout. And a little heart that just won't be picked up. And I'm going to call it Beautiful Memories, because that was my daughter, my youngest one, that you've all seen through the cruise layouts, way back in 2016, when she still would allow me to take photos of her with all of the characters that would appear at the shopping centres. So that's where I'm at. I've now got this purple because it ties in with Frosty's hat, and I just wanted to drag it into the colours of the layout, and that is going to be my frame, which I have cut down and take it out the middle because I'm going to mount the photo with it. I have these scraps left over from previous Christmas layouts, so I'm just dragging them out of the pile and putting them together. I'm going to use this knitted type of paper to tie it together in the middle, and that allows all the colours to blend nicely. So when I mix and match like this, I try to keep them to the colours of the photo. That way they will blend. Or I look at the bulk colour of the collection that I'm pulling together, and that's what I work from. In this case, it was a bit of a mixture of both. So I'm laying this down, and I've got it's a 1/4 of an inch layout around the border. And then I just put in the strip there, and that now ties it all together. So using this one, I'm going to cut out a square, and then I'm going to make it into a triangle, which I'm just going to put on the layout just as an eye feature to draw it to the photo, and also with Frosty that's going to sit on it as well. Now, when it looks together like this, it reminds me of a scene out of the movie with Frosty the Snowman when he's walking down through the snowfields and the trees are behind him. So I think that all ties in beautifully, and the stars in the night. So I like how it sort of carries through with the theme. As I said, here in Australia, we often have in our shopping centres, when Santa arrives, a huge parade, and this one was back in 2016. And Frosty the Snowman was part of that parade, and I got my daughter to stand with Frosty to take the photo, which was fortunate enough that I have those memories for them when they get a little bit older. Yes, they don't appreciate them so much now, but my youngest son, who is older than his sister here, he saw this layout last night and was like, "Oh, wow, I remember that, Mum." So it was really good. And that's why we do these things, so that they have those memories to draw upon. So I'm just going to pull together some pieces of the different colours in there to build my banners across the top here. And I just want to add some detail. And then I'm using a little thin strip here as an anchor point for that snowflake, because it looks like it's sitting there out in the middle of nowhere. I've put some foam behind that to make it pop up, and I am going to double mat this with the paper being on the slant to give it a little bit of layering behind. Still trying to learn how to master that to make it look so effortless like other people do, but yeah, still struggle. I'll get there eventually. Adding in another little bit there just to build that layering behind that photo and give it a bit more depth to the layout. Now I'm just backing Frosty with some foam. I've put some double-sided tape onto all of my foam, and then it's a lot easier for me to just peel it off and use. I am liking that it's a bit more solid for the designs, and it actually forms a flat platform that won't get crushed in the album. So I'm just adding up the little bit of embellishment clustering here, playing with it until I reach the right look that I'm after. I did go and cut some more elements like hearts and circles and things from some printables that I have, because the clusters were looking a little bit thin and I just wanted to bulk them up a bit. I'm putting in some messy thread into each of the clusters now. That's just to add a little bit of interest and to bulk them up and to tie in like Frosty's scarf there. You can see that it's a little bit juxtaposition happening with my daughter in a singlet. Sorry about that. I just needed to take a bit of a break. I had a bit of a coughing fit. So anyway, as I was saying, my daughter's there in a singlet because it is quite warm here, and that summer in particular was a nice hot one, so Christmas was a warm one. I'm doodling in some stitching to tie in that thread as well, so it looks like it belongs in the layout, but it also makes that triangle stand out and puts the direction to the photo. Putting in some zigzagging there. And now I'm going to do in the faux running stitch around the outside just to finish off my layout and give it that border a final joining so that it just doesn't abut to nothing on the layout. So quick little details like that just add that little bit extra to what you're doing. And I've just put in there Lily's name and Frosty and the year. So there's my cluster up the top there. You can see I've got the Nuvo drop sitting in there with a bit of sparkle. I've got some hearts. I've got some messy thread. I have added in that glossy accents to the camera to give the lens that little bit of a focal point. And as you can see through these stills, this is what the layout looks like. And you can see because of where I've taken it, the shadowing, that effect, and that shows you what the popping up does. It builds that detail onto the layout and gives it that little bit of depth, and I just think an extra added touch that you know, I like lumpy bumpy. I like being able to feel it in the tactile part of the scrapbooking. That's the most important feel and final product. So hopefully there's something here that you like. There's a big playlist down below. Make sure you check out all the girls that are playing along this time. Christmas is a special time of the year, no matter what. The 25th is a very special date for lots of reasons. I'm Kathy from Kathy Love to Scrap. Give me a big thumbs up if you like something that you saw today. I really do appreciate those who have subscribed, and if you haven't, think about doing so. Build my channel. I really want to build my channel. Leave me a comment. I love the feedback. I'll get back to you. If I haven't done something you want to see, let me know. You can find me on all my socials under Kathy Love to Scrap, where all my layouts end up on Instagram. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Happy scrapping. Until next time.